Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, after 3 p.m. Eastern. We're having a time for change call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Wednesday. Going to be a real humdinger. Everything that we do, this is why we constantly are talking about it. You know, you could pick up a book, read it, and yeah, you'll get something out of it. And then you pick up the book again, you read it again, and you get something else out of it. Things that we miss or doesn't register, doesn't compute, and then we pick it up. You could do something, and then you keep learning, and then you find ways to do things more effectively, so to speak. And we're taught throughout the ages in these bodies manual labor. You've heard that one before, right? Manual labor. And then we come in with these dangerous AIs, I'll put it that way. And then people say, well, I don't have to do that anymore. I can just voice and it'll be done for me. But see, that would not be needed. And all of the pitfalls to it. When we discover we can do all of that and beyond by ourselves, right? We just have, it's no different. I mean, you haven't been taught how to do it because you haven't totally, fully discovered surrendering to yourself, going within and communing with the God that you are within that body and knowing what the existence is about. Now, when you begin to decide for yourself to do that, it's kind of like a slowly but surely type thing. And as you begin to discover that you are a drop of that pure consciousness, which is the creation of all things, ever, beyond, and forever. Also means that you, as a drop, right? Drop of water disappears into the ocean, but it does it really. You become the essence. And the essence is what? The essence is everything. All species, all civilizations, all things that we call living, right? In all quadrants of this galaxy, universe, and universes and beyond. So what does that mean? It means that we will eventually, through our own decisions, tap into that understanding that we have all the knowledge that we could ever possibly imagine. Now, it doesn't mean we've experienced it. So this is why we experience things firsthand, so that we become knowledgeable through the experience. This is why we create so many experiences for ourselves in any physical form that we may inhabit. On this planet, they call, you have the power to manifest, right? Which is basically moving energy into form, creating it into reality, and experiencing it. And we look at all kinds of things: loving relationships, ideal satisfying careers, optimum health, and spiritual awakening, and abundant financial situations. Now, how do we do that? It's all made possible by increasing the vibration within your body, with your mind, holding the vision of what you choose to experience in your world. Could be anything. Maybe you want to experience laughter, genuine, right? So something is created that causes you to have a belly laugh where you're laughing so good that you get tears. And this is a choice for us. It isn't something that you stumble upon. What is the biggest deterring factor for any of us to embrace that? The mind won't be able to. Forget it. The mind's too small a vessel to embrace that understanding. So it's the heart mind. Hold the vision of what you choose to experience in your world. And that means that you have no doubts. You have full confidence in yourself and the universe, and total faith in yourself and the universe. And you don't have hardcore attachments as to when it will happen, how it will happen, so on and so forth, because when you do that, you're moving into the future, and then you begin to suffer, and that's where the ego mind is your master, until you master the ego mind by staying in the now. Now, the key for any of us to create is staying connected to the feeling and image of your desired outcome as if it's already here now. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy. It's not always easy, and is where the need for a meditative mind to come in. Meditation is a quieting of the mind, where we come into a deep place of silence, inner peace, and stillness inside. By quieting our minds, we are empowering ourselves to hold on to our vision while tapping into the infinite reservoir of fuel behind the manifesting machines that we all already are. Now, when we bridge the gap between these two experiences of manifesting and meditation, we ignite the engines in this kind of like a magical vehicle that will skyrocket us towards our desired outcomes. Now, a lot of us will inadvertently say to ourselves, boy, that'd be nice if I had that. Right? You ever done that? To yourself, you know. Boy, what I could do with that. If I could only get that. So in meditation, you review for yourself what you really, really, really want, whatever it may be. What you really, really, really want. See, in meditation, you move into what? The now. So the ego mind can't influence you in the now. It's not there. It doesn't exist. That's why I'll do everything to keep you in either yesterday or tomorrow. That's where we suffer. So when you're in the now and you've quieted the body and you relax, and you're listening to your breath, then you choose what it is you really, really, really want. And you focus on it. And you stay connected to the feeling and the image of your desired outcome as if it's already here now. Now, a lot of people will get a little, number one, they're not in meditation. They're just kind of throwing that out there. A lot of people believe that, if they do the opposite, then they'll get that. This has been a long, long, long journey to physical form. Many lifetimes to come to the point of understanding is that you test the waters. You start with little things, and you build up. You know why you do that is because that introduces more strength and confidence and faith and trust in yourself and the universe. It's the only reason you do that. You go for the little things first. Doesn't it make sense that we should be able to do all this, knowing that we're not the body? The body is a ship that we steer through life and experience. And it is a belief. And many, on the surface believe, they think they know. But nothing ever seems to materialize for them. Keep the image. Now, here's something that a lot of people never do. And that is when you visualize in meditation, you're focused, right? And you're relaxed. And you're connected to the feeling and image of your desired outcome, right? A lot of people they'll look at the scene or the vision they've created for themselves, but yet they're not really in it. They're looking outside of it. So they're watching themselves go through these things, experience it. But there's a real important discovery that when you do that, you want to make sure that you're looking outside through your eyes in that body. Okay? You're not afar. You're not watching everything play out. You're actually in it. So that when you're looking at something, whatever it may be, you're experiencing it. You see the difference? Because most people will experience, but they're watching things. They're not really in it. They're watching it. And nothing materializes for them. You shift and you actually are in it. Whether it's a, fancy car, you're behind the wheel. You're driving it. A house. You're driving up to the entrance. You are in a vehicle driving right up to the entrance of this, whatever it may be, that you're actually in it and you're watching, experiencing, full view, not from afar. And a lot of people make this mistake. It's not negative. They just don't know that to really manifest, you got to be in it. You really do. And that's part of what? Feeling, connected to the feeling and image of your desired outcome, as if it's already here now. Already here now means that you're behind the wheel, driving up to the new house, the new land, whatever it may be for you. You're in it. You're actually feeling it. You're actually with the image. Not looking from the outside, watching all of this take place. That doesn't go anywhere. It's like oftentimes we've talked about the golden ocean in these meditations. And we're all drops of that golden ocean. We hold the essence of that ocean. What does that mean? It means that you are the ocean. Right? It means you are the ocean. It's like the universe. You're the universe is you. Now, when it's coming from the mind, the head, the ego mind, it cannot fathom that. Right? So this is when people will say, that's ridiculous. You know, that's more mumbo jumbo tree hugging stuff, new age stuff. Well, I don't believe that. It's evil mind, see? Doesn't make any sense. But you are the universe, and the universe is you. And the golden ocean. And you're the golden ocean. The golden ocean is you. But isn't it interesting how we, and there's many species, civilizations, that experience this kind of like off track, if you will. Where they're on this journey, they're trying to figure out that, discover the missing pieces, so to speak. When you discover, so many civilizations are outside of themselves. And so they're constantly figuring out a way to discover who and what they are. Many, like this civilization, believes that it is the body. It's why we have such a fear when the body gets ready to end and we get ready to leave it. I mean, many are very, very fearful of that. Not all, but the majority. How do you feel about knowing deep within your core that you're everlasting? You're the God of everlasting, that you don't ever die, that you continue infinity and beyond. You don't expire. The body, temporary. You go into the body to experience the physicality of the world around us that we create for ourselves. You can feel the vibration. It goes little increments, more and more higher vibrational frequency. In this very now moment, when I vibrate certain words and you're listening through the heart mind, feeling, you get that kind of a lightness in the center of your chest, your heart. It's a lightness. It's a fun feeling. It's a blissful type feeling. Light, right? And the ego mind will tell you, no, you're not powerful. You do not have that ability. You can't do that. It's a waste of time. It really is. It's a superfluous waste of time. Now, in the now, you are that. See, anything you focus on will be. And the reason that is because you're in the place where the ego mind can't go. It's very important that we as a civilization begin to understand this and embrace it and practice it. I've used this analogy before dozens of times, but you could come into a body, right? And you could constantly be programmed over and over and over again by those who take care of you, your parents, brother, sister, whoever, okay, that are around you, and constantly tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that, and this is impossible and that's impossible, and we don't have this and we don't have that, and you can't do this, and get your head out of the skies, out of the clouds. But that programming, year after year after year after year after year after year, controls you. It directs your life. It has parameters. And you only move within those parameters because you've been conditioned to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way everything is. So many of us, beginning to go into an understanding that we reprogram ourselves. We reprogram ourselves. We know we've been programmed. Okay, that's the first discovery. Not a negative. We're not upset about it or anything. We know that makes quite a bit of sense that yes, through these bodies growing, we've been programmed. Religions, family beliefs, things that you're told by others. There's many different avenues of the information. And it's false information. It's only the reason because it's what they were taught. It's because what they were programmed, then in turn, that's all they know is to program you the same way. As we increase by choice our vibrational frequency of love, kindness, gentleness, generosity, and humbleness, and steeped in great gratitude, this is with ourselves to begin with. And to go into meditation, which means focus on the breath. Focusing and listening to the breath is meditation. You can't get any simpler than that. And when you're in the now, when you're in the heart, center of the chest, not the head. You don't care to go down into your gut and down way far down, just the heart. And focus on the breath, and you just your body's relaxed, you're at ease, and you're just floating. And some people that discover this, they just love staying there. Okay? Why do you think enlightened ones like Buddha, and Krishna, and the Christ, which is we're all the Christ energy, which is high vibrational frequency. Same with Buddha, enlightenment. See, words have been used in frequencies to describe feelings, perspectives, not beings that represent those, right? But this civilization has created beings that represent dishonesty, that represent honesty. It's real simple. It's been really convoluted. It's been very misconstrued. And again, the civilization has been programmed for thousands of years to believe this is true, to believe it's real. Not just for a few years, but for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. So when we don't understand something, we create a deity or a being that we create the label, the being, on what it represents. It's like Lucifer, Satan, the devil, Baal, all of these deities, representations, represent dishonesty. God is another label of pure consciousness, it's pure love, pure cosmic energy, light energy, and love and peace and joy and prosperity and abundance. Is honesty. See what happens? When a civilization is unconscious for tens and tens and hundreds of thousands of years, it creates things to fill the void, so that to it's okay, got representation. Everything that's created on this planet, in it, above it, and below it. How is it? How does all of this? How does it come into creation? You, the God that you are in that body. And the discoveries are endless because you don't love yourself deeply and sincerely. How are you going to do that with anybody else? You're not. You'll try, obviously, but much frustration will occur. If you don't choose to surrender and forgive yourself throughout this life, and what you may think is some crazy things that you've experienced or some decisions that you've made that caused you more experience, but you didn't really care for it, guilt, right? Unsuredness, lack of confidence, lack of faith, lack of trust, due to those experiences that you created. When you forgive yourself genuinely through the heart mind, you surrender this stuff, it's released. You release it without expectation or attachment. How do you think you'll be around others at that stage? Whole different ballgame. You embrace, you begin to understand is that you're pure, deep, eternal love. It's the energy, the frequency. It's what you're made of. It's the highest frequency that there is, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. Goes into the etheric realm, the ethers, the astral plane, and beyond. All of these are frequencies that form shape. And it's because of us. And now the choice is simple, isn't it? It seems simple, right? But if one doesn't know who and what they are, it isn't simple. It is very confusing and very challenging and even frightening. And it's like, you say to yourself, I'm the God, I'm pure consciousness, I'm love, and as the God that I am, I can manifest anything I choose, whenever I choose. And that isn't through the ego mind, it is through the heart mind. Ego mind is blasting things out there. You know, look at me and look what I can do and look what I have. That's all ego mind. What do you think controls? What is the pure evil about that we've all created as a collective consciousness? What is pure evil about? Well, we've witnessed it. We've been witnessing it for lifetimes. Pure evil is ego mind. Heart mind, opposite. Again, we go to the yin and the yang. Pure evil is hatred, destruction, disrespect for oneself and others. Highly insecure, never satisfied, and anti-civilization. Pure evil, that's what pure evil represents, an anti-civilization. Civilization of the universe, us, the opposite of all of that. Life that flourishes, encouraging, deep eternal love for oneself and all things. Bliss, joy, peace. Not once in a while, but that state is always there. And we choose to stay in that realm of heart-mindedness. What does that afford us? Lightness. You don't feel heavy. You don't feel sick. You don't feel tired. You don't feel frightened. You don't feel lacking. In the heart-mind, when we view the universe, right? We view the universe. We view everything out there. You look at the star, the cloud, the star at night. Look at the sky. You look around you and you see the vastness. It seems vast, doesn't it? You seem like a little speck compared to it all. You have a person standing on the shoreline and you go straight up even 100 miles. And you look down, you can't even see that person, that speck. But they're there. Now understand something. All of us are particles of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, forever. And all of us have the same power as the entire existence. Just because we're drops does not reduce us in the power that we are. It expands us. When you discover that and you understand that, it's like Gandhi said, which is very true. Be the change you want to be. In other words, what you want to have happen, be that happening. That means going into the heart-mind. That means discovering yourself of who and what you really are, because you're not the body. Like I said, the body is a ship. You're the commander of the ship. You steer it where you want to go. And that means experiencing the life, that is experiencing, fun things over here. Always something that keeps you on your toes in a good way. We find inner peace and stillness. We are never going to find that outside of ourselves. We are going to find it within ourselves. But that doesn't negate people lifetime after lifetime trying to find happiness outside of themselves. Well, if they meet somebody, they're going to be happier than what they are. But if they aren't happy within, how are they going to be happy with someone else? They're not. They'll try, like I've said, but they'll find it very challenging and frustrating. Staying connected to the feeling and image of our desired outcome as if it's already here now. And this is where we come in with a meditative mind. Say, the meditative mind puts us where? In the now. What happens in the now? We're not in fear. We are not in worry. We are not in stress. We are not in anger, envy, greed, power, manipulation, deception, dishonesty. We're not there. All of that is in yesterday or tomorrow. See, being able to, for oneself, to identify this without judgment and understand its meaning and basically saying to yourself, I don't care to indulge any longer in yesterday or tomorrow. I care to move my frequencies into the now, where I am in a place of silence, deep silence, and inner peace and stillness inside. Where the body becomes almost a statue. And you're at complete ease. And you don't have a worry or a care in the world because you're not in yesterday or tomorrow. None of us can ever guarantee if we go to bed tonight that we'll wake up tomorrow morning. And that some of us fear that, see? I don't understand why. We just fear it. It's off in the distance quite a bit for quite a long time, and then it starts to surface more and more. Now, you're like this huge, vast, infinite reservoir of fuel that's behind the manifesting machine, because that's what you already are. And you also look at the fact that it depends on how big our emotional and mental blocks are, right? How big our emotional and mental blocks are to receiving and experiencing our desires. And the magnitude of importance that we feel our desire holds for our future. And once we have decided on what we want to manifest, and I'll take you through a very simple manifesting. You can call it a mantra or meditation. Sitting comfortably, couch, chair, focusing on your back resting against the chair. Say to your body, relax. Command every muscle, bone, and cell in your entire body to totally let go and relax. Allow the mind to quiet and the body to soften. Relax every muscle and cell in your body to the point of becoming very silent and very still. When the body is totally relaxed, you will feel somewhat spacious, airy, or a feeling of timelessness, as if time doesn't exist. Imagine at the base of your spine a golden river flowing with powerful energy that is gently rising up from the center of the earth into your body. This is a warm, flowing, healing energy that is connected to an infinite source of abundance, love, and goodness. Allow it to move slowly. Allow it to move slowly up into the base of the spine. And let it collect there. 5-6 minutes. Use your breath to pull up more energy, if you want to, until it fills the base of your body. Now, this golden energy is very, very, very powerful. It is the manifesting energy. Allow it to move up in a 6 to 8 inch diameter column of light into your solar plexus and stomach. When it feels like your body is tingling, warm, or very alive, focus on it rising up into the belly, the heart, the throat, the brain. Just by focusing on these parts of your body, the golden energy will flow there. Now, allow this river to come up and fill every cell in your body with golden healing energy and light. Your breath is the pump for your golden manifesting energy. Gently, very gently, use each inhale to slowly pull the energy up the spine. And on the exhale, let the energy move through and out your hands, eyes, and mouth. Your hands, eyes, and mouth are your manifesting projectors, like movie projectors. They channel the golden energy, light, to form into the images that you want to manifest. See and feel your desired outcomes being created on a big screen in front of you. Stay in this powerful projector-like state for at least 7 minutes, replaying the scenes you love and putting your inner movie on still pause. In the scenes that you truly love, when you feel a solid connection, you are finished and can relax and enjoy the rest of your day or evening. It's a simple meditation. Does it make any sense for any of us to be focused on these low frequencies? The fear, the doom, the gloom, the scariness. Why would we? Isn't that interesting? Okay? Ego mind is very powerful, even though it's an illusion. It's a choice that we make. Once you taste the inner, you'll never go back to the outer. You'll know it's there. You'll know it is an entertainment, so to speak. You'll know that you, at times, can enter it, enjoy it, but you're not of it, and you never will be. So we experience what we choose to experience, believe it or not. You want to have a flowing abundance, a lightheartedness, no fear, real fear, no anxiety or stress. I'm giving you a roadmap to do so. And, you know, it's funny, there's no race here for any of us. We're all part of each other. We're all one God, one pure consciousness, one pure, deep, eternal love. So you take the step, you decide. And you got to be very careful, because you could take the step, but you're still in the ego mind, even though you think you're in the heart mind. Feel yourself in the heart mind. Feel it. It's a different existence than the head. You're not concerned about how things are going to turn out. You just aren't. Right? You're only in the now, and you're absolutely deeply grateful for being in the now. You stop judging yourself and others. You realize that everything in this life that you create for yourself, good, bad, or ugly, you're going to leave everything behind. Everything that you work for, everything that you have, everything that you think you have, you leave behind. Isn't that crazy? And then, of course, through the ego mind, we worry about not having. But in the now, you realize that I create all these things to enjoy. That's it. This is, it's like the old Pharaoh's tombs. They packed everything with them that they thought they could take with them in the afterlife. Absolutely crazy, but that's what they thought. You imagine when you get to the point through your heart mind where you know that all of this is temporary. You enjoy every single moment of you being in that body. Instead of worry, stressing, and fearing about tomorrow or yesterday. I don't believe that any of us care to suffer. We know what it is. It's another experience that we've had a lot of interfacing with. In the quiet time in this meditation, feel and experience the God that you are in that body. Become completely still, in a relaxed position, focused on your breath, and listening. And when you feel that you want to manifest something, then do it there. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out of the mouth. Be still. The conscious energy source flows into each new moment so quickly that we cannot catch it or escape from it. You are it. And it is showing you that you are an amazing being who is connected to everything in the most extraordinary ways. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here Wednesday, January 4, 2023, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call, and 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our Time for Change call. Love yourself deeply. Stay in the heart-mind at all times, as much as you can. Be good to yourself.